you are doing well. You are doing well. There we go. The gain's a little low right now, but as you can probably tell from what I am going to make the title of the video, we are going to be doing some questions. This is 3,000 questions or 3,001 questions about me, but I'm going to change the formatting of the questions, so they're for you. And I mean, I had not like, it's a new idea, but I had this idea, because I've been watching, I like a lot of like the questionnaire ASMR videos, but I've especially liked, hold on, because I wrote myself a little message. I literally wrote, I said to film a video in which you talk about ASMR, meadow, and fluence ASMR, because especially fluence ASMR, I don't think I've seen ASMR or meadow do questions, but fluence ASMR, she has amazing questions. Oh my god, it's amazing, and I really wanted to do a video. I had recorded a questionnaire video before, but the file got corrupted. This was like a month or two ago at this point, and got corrupted. But I'm definitely going to tag all these creators down below because I've been watching them recently and they're just really good. Like Scooted ASMR, I love her like background, like the colors, you know. My room is pretty light because I have a window right here, and I typically film in the morning or like in the afternoon. Like, well, right now it's 9:30 in the morning. But I typically film like in the afternoon or morning, so I don't really get like a darker background or anything. And then Meadow, she did I don't know if it was positive affirmations, but it was like a book. It was like, most recently, what was it? It was like read this book if you want to feel seen. She kind of read some passages from that book, and I watched that in the morning and teared up just a little bit. Just a little, because some of the things in that book, I was like, oh shit. I didn't expect it to hit me like that, but they're great. And I started listening to Modest Mouse. I had gotten a recommendation for them before, but I didn't check them out. But then I was watching Meadow, and she was tapping on like a vinyl in one video, and it was a Modest Mouse, and I was like, that's the second time I've heard Modest Mouse. Let me check them out. They're pretty good. They're like, what's some of the ones like one? I'll see if I can find some later, but yeah, those are so ASMR, Meadow, and Fluence ASMR. I've been watching them recently, and they're really good. And then also, before we get into it, I kind of wanted to show off my shirt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I have here. I have the mythical shirt from when they did their 2023 what was it called? I think it's literally on here. Hold up. Yeah, no, it's not, but it was like a random event where if you bought one of their shirts, there was a chance you can get a gold one, I think a silver one. No, it was gold, blue, and red, I think, were the colors, and then all the other ones were these kind of like silver colors. But I still like it. I still like the shirt nonetheless, and I was happy to support them because I love Good Mythical Morning. I feel like I really grew up with Good Mythical Morning. I don't watch them like all the time. Sometimes I fluctuate and like go back and forth, and sometimes I like go a long time without watching them, but then always come back because they're just a good, reliable channel. Like seriously, they really are. And I remember like, man, I remember being like 8 or 10 years old and watching one of the first Good Mythical Morning videos, or not like one of the first, but seeing one of my first Good Mythical Morning videos. I was like, whoa, they're just a really good channel. Obviously, they're very popular for good reason, because they're just awesome. But anyway, I kind of want to get into it now, because I have a little bit of stuff to do. I gotta do some math homework, take a shower, do laundry, and then get ready for like this little Easter party that my mom's throwing. I use the term party very loosely. I'm pretty sure it's really more of a gathering, I guess, with like family. But here, let me, again, 3,000 questions, or 3,001 questions about you. It's technically me, but about you, for you. I feel like the gain is still super. Oh, it's at max now. Maybe I am. Is the volume down? No, maybe I'm just getting used to it now. But I have my little pen holder. I like pens. I like pens a lot, and I like to collect pens. So let me take out the scissors, because that's not really needed right now. I'm just going to kind of. I don't know which pen I want to use, so I'm just gonna. That's a Sharpie. This one. Oh, my All Might pen, my little All Might pen. Great. That is fantastic. Little All Might. Izuku Midoriya. You too can be a hero. God, I love that. Okay. Let me take this off. Or is this taped? What the hell? There we go. I didn't realize it was taped. I guess that shows that I've never used this pen. Okay. So let's open it up. Let's get into it. Okay. Gonna move this a little forward. Are you ready? Okay. What brings you joy? What brings you joy? I like that. I like that a lot. Anime, the friends, a lot of things that bring me joy. So, okay. Now, on the flip side of that, a little bit. What kind of noises bother you? And that's actually a really good question, especially since so much of my content / all of my content is based on audio. So what kind of noises bother you? What kind of noises bother you? That's good to know. That is very good to know. That's a very good to know. Okay. Now, can you describe the first first pair of shoes that you bought for yourself? And if you have never bought yourself a pair of shoes, then can you describe the first pair of shoes that you received, or something like that? Gotcha, okay. That sounds cool. They sound like a cool pair of shoes. I like that. Okay, now we're gonna switch it up. And go a little bit deeper, I suppose. Have you ever been forgiven? And if so, what for? Have you ever been forgiven? And if so, what for? Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Now, when was the last time you cried, and why? Thank you for sharing, and so we're at an equal playing field of vulnerability. I believe the last time I cried was, I want to say Thursday or Friday, which would be, it was this week, because today's Sunday. I'm recording this on Easter Sunday, I believe. It's definitely Sunday. I'm pretty sure it's Easter Sunday. And I cried. I was on the phone with my friend, one of my best friends. Now I cried because we were having a more difficult conversation in which I was expressing a feeling I had in our friendship. And I just didn't want to hold it in because I didn't want any tension or hidden animosity like underneath or anything. And I wanted to express myself and make sure we were just clear with each other. So yeah. When was the last time you forgave someone, and why? Thank you for telling me. Now let's lighten it up a little bit. What's your favorite season? What is your favorite season, and why? I love that. My favorite season, I think it's between spring and fall. If I had to choose, I think I might say fall, because it's kind of going from warm into cool, because I'm not big. I get hot very easily. So yeah, one of those two, but I guess I would say fall. It's just a nice ambiance, either with spring flowers and life is in bloom, and it's just really good and nice to look at. Or fall. You're seeing the slow transition from the summer leaves and fauna, right? Or flora. No, I think it's flora. It's flora. You see like the flora kind of shift and the leaves change colors, and it's just really pretty. Okay. How can you become a better listener? A better listener? I appreciate that, and I especially appreciate your honesty and critical examination of yourself. With that, I think I could be a better listener by not trying to guess sometimes, and this really doesn't happen in like more serious conversations or with people I'm not really too familiar with, but sometimes with the people that I'm very familiar with, I might try to guess where they're going, and that can feel a little rushed, and so it's good to just kind of sit back, not sit, but listen and pay attention. Yeah. What is the best present you've ever received? That's awesome. That's awesome. I honestly, and I hope that this doesn't sound like a cop-out to the question, I don't know that I have a favorite present that I've ever received, honestly. I love all of the presents that I get. I feel very, 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 very grateful that anyone would even want to get me a present. So it's just kind of like, it's just, I don't know, it's hard, it's really hard to kind of look and be like, oh, well, what's the best, because they all mean so much to me. It's just the thought that somebody put into it, and the care and effort, so, yeah. Now let's talk about, we've talked about a lot of things, but with this question, how do you feel today? And let's be honest, and it's okay to not be okay. Not that you have to not be okay for this, but it is definitely okay to not be okay. So, how do you feel today? How do you feel today? Thank you for sharing. I will also share for this one. I feel pretty good today. I feel pretty good. That's not every day, of course. It's not every day. Like just a few days ago, like I said, I had cried, and I was feeling a bit down, and but today I feel quite good. I'm gonna get to see my family later. And yeah, I'm having a decent day, a good start to my day anyway. So yeah. When was the last time that you were in the hospital, and why? This could go very many ways, but when was the last time that you were in the hospital, and why? ever in the hospital for myself was 2021, I believe. It was, yes, it was the Memorial Day of 2021. I had just gotten off of work and I went to my best friend's house because he had invited me to like his house or his parents' house to just hang out and eat because they were hosting a little Memorial Day barbecue. I was like, sure. So we got over there, had a really good time, and then he was like, oh, here we have, like, they had just gotten like these electric scooters, I guess. I'm not really sure. It's like, oh, like, we just got these, and like he'd ride around like the little, like around the neighborhood, I guess. So I was like, cool, like, let's go. So we were riding around, having a really good time, and then all of a sudden on the hill going back down, because we had just about done a full circuit and we were about to go down to his house. It was a really steep hill, and he was like, and I love to go full throttle and full speed on this, like, downhill. I'm like, okay, let's go full speed. While the electric scooter caps at 14 miles per hour, which is still quite fast, I would say. That does not account for gained speed and velocity when you're going downhill. So I would say I was probably going 25 miles an hour. It was quite a steep hill, and then towards the end there was a curve, and I was on like he was on the inner side, I was on the outer side, and as I'm trying to hit that curb, I didn't hit it right, and then I kind of just blacked out, and when I woke up, I was on the ground. And like everybody was around me, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I was trying to get up, and they're like, no, don't get up, and now I realize that it was him, his mom, his younger sister, which I feel bad that she even had to see that, his dad, and then like a couple of other people there, and they were just kind of there, and then I hear, they're like, no, just stay on the ground, don't get up, and then I guess like his neighbor had come out, and he was, I believe, an EMT for a few years, and he was like, oh my god, is he okay? And he got me like a little flannel to put my head on, that way my head wasn't just on the street, and I was kind of just chilling there like, what's going on? And then they called an ambulance, and they brought me to the emergency room, and I was fine. I felt fine. I had some scrapes, yeah, but I felt fine. I was like, honestly, like, yeah, like, I'm fine. But and I later learned that the emergency room that I went to sucked. Oh my god, they sucked, and they did not do any of the standard procedures that they were supposed to do. So when I went there, they knew that I had suffered some head trauma, because I did. Apparently when I went down, I had ended up crashing into, luckily, his dad's car. I mean, I didn't want to crash into anybody's car, but if it was going to be anybody's, it's good that it's somebody that we knew. So apparently I crashed, hit my head on the hood of the car. Then somehow, and this is not what I remember, because I don't remember any of this, but this is what other people said. I hit my head, then like my head like rolled to the side. I hit my head on this like the right side of the car. Then I hit my head on the tire, and then I hit my head on the ground. So quite a good amount of head trauma, and they knew that. But when I went in there, I was like, oh yeah, I'm fine, very much so, still feeling the adrenaline, even though I didn't know that I was feeling that, but very much so, still feeling that, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm fine. They're like, oh, like, you seem really calm, really collected. I was like, I mean, yeah, like, I'm just kind of more worried about how much this shit's gonna cost. Excuse me. Then, yeah. Then on the way back, because my dad at this point had come and gotten me my car that I drove to my friend's house. I was like, oh, like, let's So we drive back to my friend's house. I like talk to them for a little bit, and I apologize because I was like, I'm really sorry for like if I ruined the mood, or like I'm sorry for also hitting the car. And they're like, oh my god, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, stop, like you don't have to apologize. I felt like I did, but they were saying I didn't have to. But anyway, then I get in my car and we're driving back, and then I feel it like all of a sudden it's kind of dizzy, but I'm driving at this point, so I'm like, okay, make it home. And then went to bed. I had a concussion. I had a really, really bad concussion, and I woke up the next day and I was throwing up. And yeah, then a little bit later, like I think that day or the next day, I went and made an appointment at the doctor's to find out that I had a concussion. So with this story, one, anytime you're in an accident or something, wait, do not say that you're okay, because even if you don't think it's coursing through you, adrenaline is coursing through you. You cannot properly analyze how you're feeling at that moment. So wait. Then two, if you ever have a concussion, don't go to sleep, or have somebody wake you up occasionally, because that's something that I didn't know, and apparently I could have died. I didn't know that. I'm saying apparently because, again, I didn't know that. I'm not a medical professional. But yes. And yeah. Anyway, that was a little story time. Next question. What is your favorite book and why? Apologies for the background noise. Somebody thinks they're a speed racer. For me, I'm not really sure, honestly, what my favorite book is. I have a lot of books, but I haven't read most of them. I don't really know. I feel like one of my favorite books to read when I was younger was Winn-Dixie. I have that. Then honestly, I kind of want to reread it because I haven't read it since high school. But reading George Orwell's 1984, that was crazy. That was crazy to me. And I really enjoyed it. Honestly, like when we had that assignment for class, I didn't really mind it because I was like, oh, this is a fascinating book. But anyway. Oh god, I just saw the next question. Next question. What was your first love? What was your first love? That's actually an interesting question. Not who was your first love, but what was your first love? You can, of course, answer with a person. I'm just trying to think now. I'll answer both, sure, why not? I think one of my first loves, conceptually, or let's say more materialistically, would probably be video games. My dad is a really big nerd, just like me, and he played a lot of video games, and then that made me want to play video games, and then just getting to watch him play. Like, a lot of times when I grew up, while I did play video games, and I would play like more child video was so fun. It was amazing. It was like, wow. It's like I got to watch a movie, but also be a part of it because I'd watch my dad play it and then like get to see what he would do or something. You know, it was really cool. Now, romantically, my first love was someone that I went to college with before. We are still very close friends. In fact, she's one of my best friends. But yes. Now this next question kind of goes in line with that. What are the reasons you've fallen in love? What are the reasons you've fallen in love? Also, if you haven't fallen in love yet or ever, that is perfectly okay too. There's no rush or anything like that. Take your time, seriously. I know in our society it's very easy to feel like you've fallen behind. Like if you haven't for, guys, if you haven't lost your virginity by a certain age, or women, if you've lost your virginity too early, if that's even, or especially with love, like, you see so many people online in relationships, and, like, oh my god, I'm in love, and that's amazing for them, it truly is, but that doesn't apply to you. It doesn't mean it has to make you feel rushed, and I know I've fallen into that, where I've definitely been like, oh man, I want to be in a relationship, everybody around me is in, like, these relationships, and I feel like I'm falling behind. But it's okay, because it will come, and honestly, when it will come, it'll be more than worth it. The time that it took to get there will just add to the connection and love, and I truly believe that. Now, if we're talking about that person, for me, I'll answer this question. The reasons I fell in love, I didn't plan on it. I'm not sure anybody plans on it. I don't know. But, that person just, in my eyes, shined. They were like a star. Like the North Star. This is gonna sound really cheesy, I'm sorry. But they were like the North Star, like a pitch black night. I don't know. I really don't. Just seeing all their sides, their caring, supportive, emotionally intuitive, and empathetic side. But not to say that anyone's perfect, because no one is. Even seeing like their selfish side, and I'm speaking from my point now, on like their selfish side, or maybe their anger or something like that. It's just, it adds to it, because again, no one's perfect, so it's just seeing who they are. For me anyway, the reason was just seeing all of who they are, and then just being like, yeah, like, I don't know, I'm sorry if that's not articulated the best, but yeah. Next question. How do you like your coffee? I know, very, very, very big shift, but how do you like your coffee? Sorry that I keep going to the side of my computer, which I have like launched up on OBS, because I have to have my mic powered up somehow. Keeps going blank, but I don't like coffee. It's a very, very simple one for me to answer. Yeah, I don't like coffee. I like coffee in things like coffee candy, or pretty sure that has coffee in it. But the coffee itself, I'm not a big fan of it. Next question. How do you like your eggs in the morning? How do you like your eggs in the morning? Good to know. I don't really eat things in the morning. Not a big breakfast person, I'm gonna be honest. It kind of upsets my stomach. But I don't know that there's a way of egg that I don't like. But I guess if I had to choose, like, what I was gonna make myself, I'd scrambled eggs are always really simple. That or like a good over easy egg. I used to not like runny eggs when I was younger, but like a good over easy egg is just very nice, very simple. Yeah. What is your favorite painting? What is your favorite painting? I don't think I know it, so you'll have to show me at some time. I don't know that I have a favorite painting. I like a lot of different things. I love abstract art, but I definitely don't dislike murals or anything like that. Yeah, I really don't know. I like a lot of art that I've seen. I don't know that I have a favorite painting. What is your favorite song? What is your favorite song, and why? Apologies for the tummy grumbles. Fantastic. I'm actually gonna pull up my phone. I like a lot of songs. I think I have one playlist where I just put all the songs that I like on it. Let's see. Most recently a song that I just have not been able to get out of my head is Bling Bang Bang Born by Creepy Nuts. It is so good. It is it's the OP for, and I hope I don't mispronounce this, Magic Muscles. It is so good. But here I'll talk about some like the ones that I've liked. So there's that one, Bitches Broken Hearts by Billie Eilish, Sally, because I'm gonna say this is one artist. Sally, not Smooth Criminal. Oh my god. Smooth Operator, thank you. Sally, Smooth Operator, Jezebel, and many other songs by Sade. Oh my god, her voice is just, I can't describe it. I highly recommend. I like a lot of Daniel Caesar songs, a lot of Leve songs. Me and Your Mama by Childish Gambino, that's nice. Consideration featuring SZA by Rihanna. A Man Without Love. Cool Guys, which is it's a fan-made song for a streamer and YouTuber called Pay Money Wubby. That is just unironically just amazing. More recently, I also haven't been able to get this song in my head. Submissive and Readable by Smosh with Baby No Money. That is so, it's just funny and it's so good. Moonlight by Kelly Uchis. Truly Random Code, a lot like Birds. No Time to Die by Billie Eilish. The list goes on and on and on. I like a lot of different songs. Here, I'm gonna find like two or three more that, like, if they stick out. Let Me Go. Oh my god, Let Me Go by Daniel Caesar. I can never skip that song. That song's amazing. Growing Pains by You Problem, and Lo que siento by Google. Speaking of that, I'll do one more Spanish song. I know this is kind of dragging on, I'm sorry, but Where She Goes by Bad Bunny. That's fire. Okay. Now we'll do a couple more questions. We'll do a couple more questions, and I'll try not to story time it too much or get into it. But do you remember the first time that you were on a plane? If you've ever been on a plane, and if so, what was it like? What was it like? I don't know if I remember the first time I was on a plane. I think the first time I was on a plane was when I was very young. Like maybe 5 or something. I don't remember. I don't think I was ever scared of it though. I've kind of always viewed it like, well, if I'm on a plane, then I'm on it. And like, yeah, sure. I sometimes get worried that it might crash or whatever, but that's just because I have general anxiety and shit like that. But I mean, at that point, I'm on it. You know, if I'm on it, then I'm on it. So if it's going down, there's nothing I can do to stop that, you know? Okay. What was the first election you ever voted in? What was the first election you ever voted in? I don't know. I mean, like, at least in an official election, I've never voted in. I think other than that, it'd be like something from school or something, but I honestly don't remember, so. Apologies. If you ever had an imaginary friend as an adult, what would they be like? What would they be like? Imaginary friend now, it would be like Uncle Iroh or something like that, you know, somebody to give me that sage advice, you know, just and also funny and tell me to try new foods, because Uncle Iroh was always about trying new things, which I love. So something like that. Who was your first best friend, and do you remember how you met? Do you remember how you met? That's very nice. That's cool. That's really cool. My first best friend, I won't say names for sake of, I don't know if he would want his name on the internet, but my first best friend, he is still my best friend, and I do remember how we met. We met in middle school. He had just transferred in, and I think one of the first times I met him, he had an entire, quarter of an orange just in his mouth, and he was like smiling with it, and I just remember laughing, and then we talked and then played games, and he was one of the first people I met in middle school that was actually a friend. I was bullied a lot. In middle school. Middle school was not a nice place, at least for me. It was not a nice place, and he was like the first person I met that we just talked, and well, we laughed together, not like he laughed at me, you know. Yeah, not to say that our friendship has been perfect or that he or I haven't made mistakes, you know, because we have, but I love him very much and I am forever grateful for him. Next question. Do you like or dislike conflict? For me, I dislike conflict. I dislike conflict very much. Never been a conflict person. I think again because I have a history where a lot of people are just. God, apologies for the background noise, but I have like a history where a lot of people, in my surroundings would be very quick to conflict and some type of abuse or something. I just don't like it. I do not like it. If I can avoid conflict, I will at all costs. Well, not all costs, but I will avoid conflict. I will very much try to avoid conflict. If I can't, then I can't. And then at that point, well, you know, we cross that bridge when we get there. What is your favorite place? What is your favorite place on Earth? I like that a lot. I really do. For me, I would probably say, yeah, like my house or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know that I feel especially connected to places. Like again, I love my house, and I am connected to my house, and I'm glad to live in it. But my favorite place is just with the people in my life, which again, I hope it's not like a cop-out or anything, but people matter a lot. People matter a lot to me, so, yeah. And let's see, this might be the last question. There was another one that I wanted to do, but I think we'll probably end it here. So question 25, also just a nice good number, like 25, you know. If you could travel anywhere at this moment, where would you go? Where would you go? That's a nice place. For me, I think if I could travel anywhere right now, I would probably go to either one of my best friends, because she, who I mentioned earlier in the video, just moved back to her hometown, so I'd probably go there and try to help maybe unpack, you know, and help her get settled again, because that's important. Or I would go to where my dad is. I'd go to my dad's house / apartment, because he recently moved to another state for work. I'd probably go there and just keep him company and hang out with him, because I love hanging out with my dad. But let's see. I want, even though we're on the first page, it doesn't matter. I want to save this, because I'll probably go back to this and ask questions in the future from this. So here, let's see, which, I have two little B, like page things. One's a worker bee and one's a queen bee. And you know what? We're gonna put the queen bee. We're gonna put the queen bee right here. Do I want to put it on the outside, that way you can see it. There we go. There we go. I don't know if it's supposed to go on the outside of the book or I think just for the page. I think it's just for the page. So here, I'll put it on this page. Sorry if you can't see very well. We're gonna put it on this page, the queen bee, because you're a queen, you're a queen. You are a queen, and if you don't like being called a queen, then you are a king. And if you don't like being called a king, then you are a more general term. You are royalty. And I think that's where I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up. So thank you so much for watching this. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing day. Morning. And again, thank you very much. Bye-bye.